purpose of this video is to give you a little more information about the famous Missourian research process. So far, we have kind of talked about who is your person. The kids have been reading about different famous Missourians during Wildcat time to kind of build their schema a little bit. The kids now have their famous Missourian, and they have developed 4 topics that they would like to research about their famous Missourian. And I've modeled this for them already, and I've kind of got a sample up here of what I've been showing the kids so that they have a good idea of what they're expected to be doing when they're going to be doing the research. But kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about what this looks like so that you can help your child at home if they get stuck and or if they get a little behind and they need to catch up. So far, what I have up here is my famous Missourian's name, who is Buck O'Neill. He was a baseball player that played in Kansas City. And my 4 topics that I've written in orange at the top, and the kids have done the same. First one is childhood. The next one is playing baseball early on, so this would be his early baseball career, or trying to get into baseball. This would be playing in Kansas City, and the final one would be after baseball. So those are my 4 topics. The kids have also developed their 4 topics also. And then I developed questions for each subtopic. And for example, in my childhood topic, the questions that I've developed were, was he born and raised in Missouri? What other family did he have? Did he and his family face discrimination? And what I told the kids was, I know that Buck O'Neill was really old when he died, and he died recently, so I'm using my schema to know that the time period when he was born and when he was a child might have been a time during segregation, so that was the purpose for that question. Was anyone in his family involved in baseball? Did he always love baseball? And how much education did he have? And then I thought about playing baseball early on. What questions could I develop to kind of guide my research a little bit? Was he in the Negro Leagues? Were people kind and fair to him? Kind of going still along those lines of discrimination and segregation. How long till he reached the majors? Did he only play in Kansas City? Playing in Kansas City, my questions were, did he set records? What position did he play? How long did he play in Kansas City? And then finally, after baseball, was he involved in charities? Where is his seat in Royal Stadium? My schema tells me that I'm pretty sure there is a seat dedicated to him in Royal Stadium, so I kind of wanted to research a little bit more about that, so that's why I asked that question. And then who gets to sit in his seat now that he's passed on? This is what the kids worked on today. This is, I asked them to have at least 5 questions per heading, because when we start next week, they've got a little bit to go on with their research. What I told the children was that the purpose, why we're doing this is because when they go to research on Monday, they don't want to be just going all over the place with their research and not have an organized way. So what we did today was we made a 2-column chart for each topic. Each topic is on a separate sheet of paper. And then we folded our papers so that they had boxes, so that this question, its answer goes here. This question, its answer goes here. I'm trying to give the kids an organized way to ask their questions and write their research when they get their research, because they will find out so much information, they're not going to know how to organize it. So this is one way that I found works for some kids to organize their information. We have also talked a little bit about when you're researching, where are your answers going to go? So I wanted to model that for you a little bit also, and I've printed off some research online to kind of show the kids how to do it and just kind of review it in case they get stuck and need this at home, or if you would like to help them also. So I have a little bit of research over here. John Jordan O'Neill was born on November 13th, 1911 in Carabel, Florida. Right there I have 3 facts. His original birth name was John Jordan O'Neill. So I'm going to put that up here with, was he born and raised in Missouri? What other family did he have? It can probably go in there somewhere. So born John Jordan O'Neill. and he later changed his name. Born on November 13th, 1911, I've got that down, and born in Carabel, Florida. He was the second of 3 children born to John Sr., a sawmill worker, and Luella, a restaurant manager. So I have here 2 siblings. I wrote that next to what other family members he had. His dad was named John. He was a sawmill worker. His mom was Luella. She was a restaurant manager. So that's kind of how I kind of started wording my research. It kind of gave me an organized way to write down my facts instead of having a notebook paper full of research that later on I got to go back and organize. It tends to be a little overwhelming for the kids. It kind of talks a little bit more about that. I've kind of got some more of my research written down, but it kind of goes on to say that following completion of the 8th grade, O'Neill wanted to continue his education, but because of his skin color, he was not admitted to the high school in Sarasota. O'Neill was eventually able to obtain his high school diploma and earned a baseball and football scholarship to Edward Waters College in Jacksonville. This kind of goes with, did he and his family face discrimination? The answer is yes, but I don't just want to put yes. I need to make sure and put some extra information in there and not just copy it. I've been talking about how to write down our facts, but in our own language without copying the author's words. So I'll write yes, but people didn't want him in high school or college because of skin color. And then I'll also write down that he eventually got in on some scholarships. So this is what the kids are going to be working on all week next week. We are going to be researching every day, with the exception of possibly one if we can get some resources in our classroom, but due to scheduling, we may not be able to get in one day next week. But the kids are going to be researching all next week. They are welcome to do research at home. If they would like to print out things at home, they're welcome to do that and bring it in. They can use it during research time. But I actually encourage it because we only really have the books in the computer or in the library, so if they want to do some research at home, more than welcome to do it. So just kind of wanted to give you a heads up on what we've been doing and what they will continue to do next week, and any help at home would be greatly appreciated, and thanks for watching.